However, we seem to be taking far less damage when we do get hit, though. Which is nice, because that means that we can actually survive a little bit better. The body armor seems to help quite a bit, as armor usually does. Alright. Into the meat grinder we go. Song. But that looked pretty cute. She might be giving in, potentially. I don't know. She might be getting affected by all this stuff. Millions starve as Imperial blockade continues. Due to the ongoing transit of Tej, ration shipments to Veneta have been disrupted by Imperial forces again. Millions of Yusan citizens must starve for yet another month as Imperial missile frigates in Katesh orbit critically damage one of our humanitarian convoys on their way to Veneta, sending diplomatic efforts with the Empire into another crisis. The orbit of Katez will continue to block free travel between Veneta, Rotfront, and Heimat for another 8 seasons, which leaves our liberation troops on Veneta stranded on the desolate ocean world with minimal support. Convoys will continue to be sent despite the Imperial blockade. Only through perseverance can we rebuild what remains of Veneta. Delicious. The tower. Oh, there's teeth. She did say she was losing teeth. Looks like pulsing flesh on there. Regular pistol ammo. Excellent. Yeah, we can load... Yeah, 8mm pistol ammo can go in here. Shotgun... We don't have a shotgun right now. Not on us, at least. Okay, public house. Sounds good. Alright, down we go. Fantastic. Oh, nice. Patient key. Nice. So what do we get? A repair spray? Well, I guess we'll use that. We did get a shotgun as well. A shotgun shell. We can put the tower away. Let's go ahead and grab the shotgun. Excellent. After that, we can go clear that one room. Take care of the enemies there. Might be able to get away with a stun prod on this one. Yeah, I can't see anything. Alright then. we can head up. Oh no. Enemy's been leave us as well. Oh, good. Go. Oh, fantastic. Okay. We are stabilized. For the time being, at least. We should fire. Okay. Okay, here's the approach. Kill everything. Oh yeah, because we didn't save back there. Okay. Yeah, I think we were getting ready to go jump into the meat grinder. Let's go in heavily armed, why don't we? Because we can always backtrack to grab other things. And let's go. Yes, we know that's there, but we need to get to the other item box. Okay, cool. Okay, so the Calibri is down. Stun probes and other things. Yeah, sometimes you really just need to go in and just start shooting. It doesn't really matter. Because now we do have a lot of things to go collect. Okay. Let's go collect all the things. Oh, what is that? Like a shadow on the wall or something? Locked and requires a key, no worries. Yeah, the blockade. Take the tower. Another shadow here. Weird. This pulsating flash. Yeah. Just weird stuff. That's probably going to be completely covered when we come back. And what's this? Excellent. Those Calibris, they disappear afterwards. Oh, instead of being a red screen, it's instead now it's the eye. All right then. Let's take the rifle. Has more bang for its buck. I think that was everything on my... There's the shotgun we need to get. The shotgun ammunition. Let's grab that. Let's backtrack a little bit further to make sure that we've got everything. I think we've gotten everything. And then we'll make our way forward. And it will be great. Let's see, I'd rather use the rifle for a very specialized reason, so... Okay, well, when progressing into the unknown, go heavily armed. Yeah, that's good. Plenty of shots on this. Well, unfortunately... Okay, what do we got? The Red Eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Broadfront related to pareidolia, a tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called Red Eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Rotfront's planet. Yet, for some of the early settlers of Rotfront, this natural phenomenon became symbolic of their struggle and way of life. That red spot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever-present surveillance by the protectors and the tight grip of the central government on Heimat. Even today, the idea of an unblinking, watchful eye observing their every move still resonates strongly with people here. During the celebration of Monfest at the end of each season, adult citizens will sometimes give students ration marks that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the Revolution, but the red coins share an eerie resemblance to that red eye. Or is that just pareidolia too? Should you ever receive one of these red-eye ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint-covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. Okay, very nice. Ooh, we unlocked it. Ah! Yeah, this putting enemies right next to doors shit needs to stop. That is just flat out bad design. How we doing? We're almost catatonic. And overlisted. Everything's just so gray. Yeah, we're just kind of barely alive. Alright, well, things seem to be a bit better. Let's grab that one, I guess. Enemy's hiding over there. I'm guessing those are the former enemies that were... Oh, those are the ones hiding in the ground, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, hey, repair spray. I needed that. Reunification. Hello, Muir. Reunification at any cost. Orbital Defense Cannon Battery, Veneta 12. By Bullion and Dez. In our process. Artillery Division of the People's Army. Alright, time to go. They're just like, don't look at me. Alright, so this one right here in the middle, in the middle of that one is most likely going to get unlocked. That'll get us the Magpie box. Okay, Okay, we're just gonna wait a hot second. And hopefully we don't have to kill that. We can take out this unit, though. Fantastic. Can't believe you missed at that distance. Alright, is there anything down here? Yes, it's a stun baton, and that's about it. Sounds great. Okay, we have thermite and ammunition. Nitro Express. No. We have a safe. LSTR. Okay, we have S. Is there an A? Storage? Is there an E? Maybe it's U? No. Okay, sounds fun. Paradolia. There, you see two faces here? Two people facing each other? Not too sure on this one. This one's two eyes. Another lily over here. Bioresonance, technology and its limitations. No other technology has shaped our nation as bioresonance has. Would we have ever been able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of replicas? Essentially, technologies for, like climate forming and induced gravity would be impossible without bioresonant technology. Despite that, it feels like we've made little effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects. With conventional technology, our progress in the development of electronics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now as we focus solely on ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomenon. Take replica production, for example. The process of duplicating a neural pattern from a Gestalt host to a replica brain is not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is the duplicate imperfect? What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? Recreating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe that we have become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we're back to where we were under the Empire. Unfortunately, this is true. If you were ever in a position where, like, control and, like, the loyalty of things that make your nation work are under the control of a select few people, then that's a major problem for you. To put that in perspective, when you take countries that are dictatorships, usually those countries have a single or a handful of resources that they export. And the exportation of those resources is usually done by a small cabal of extremely powerful people in that nation. So, Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that one's a dictatorship. I think it is, right? Is it a dictatorship? It has their princes, right? I assume if you speak ill of the prince in Saudi Arabia, you die. I'm just assuming. So, what does that look like in a sort of neutral way? Because I don't know much about Saudi Arabia. So, what that would be is there's the oil resource. Do you need a lot of extremely hyper skilled people to extract the oil? Well, no, not really. You need geologists who are highly skilled. You need engineers who are highly skilled. You need a base of highly skilled people, or you need, at least some of them. And you can pay those people amazingly high amount, fabulous wages. But the people who are actually doing the extraction, actually doing the treatment of this oil so that it can be exported and changed, those people don't really need to be that skilled. So long as they understand the procedure and they understand how dangerous the procedure can be, and they understand what they're supposed to do, you could have a handful of more skilled than your average worker people controlling all of that. So if you're the dictator, and you have your cabal of people who are basically running the country, who are basically giving you all the money and all the power, then what that means, what that really boils down to, is those people who control these resources, control the money, basically, for your country, those people are called keys to power. And as long as you please those people, you get to stay in power. The moment you displease those people, you're gone. So, bonus points for when the dictator and the keys to power is the same person. But usually in that case, it's more of, that would be more like a king who does not have any nobles. Just the king and his army. And that's it. So, yeah, like no subordinate commanders or anything. In the case of Saudi Arabia, they probably have some sort of military leader who controls the military. They likely have some sort of economic leader who controls the economy. Then you have, whatever he's called, the guy who's the crown prince, I guess, or something, king, who basically sits at the very top. As long as he keeps those people getting what they need, everything's fine. But here's the problem. When the keys to power are few, generally all the resources tend to congregate in those single keys to power. When the keys to power are many, like in the United States, so we have like 500 Congress people, 500 representatives, because senators are technically Congress people, and then we have, what, like just over 100 senators or something? Something like that. Well, the thing is, each one of those Congress people are keys to power. And each one of those Congress people, they have to be elected into their position by lower keys to power within their own principalities, their own areas, their own governments, state governments. So what ends up happening is that the amount of power in a single key in the US government, by comparison, is relatively small. So that's why we have parties and stuff like that. But, it's just interesting stuff when you actually understand how governance works and how much of a disaster it can be. How much of a disaster it can be for some people as well. Yeah, I have a feeling I have to take care of this person. I have a shotgun out. I want to kill that one. Run. Run. Keep running. What? But I was running full speed. Did I, take damage over time? Has that been a thing? Do you take damage over time in this game? Is damage over time a thing? As far as I could tell, it was out of her range. Okay, let's try the Grenade launcher. There we go. That's more revolver ammo. The enemy's gonna pop out up here. So annoying. Yeah, you fucking bastards. He's still in the stream and sort of just over it. Bits. Get back in the fucking door already. I'm starting to think the developers are actually incompetent. Because there's no reason for it to be like that. Okay. Let's try this. We're gonna wait until you get over near them, and then we're gonna shoot both of you. Okay. Okay. Oh, the other ammo disc. Enemies might pop out of the ground here. Alright, and what is this one? 8 mil. Nice. Ah. Like a glowing thing over there. Anyway. Let's go take care of you. Okay, cool. They're down. Hopefully they will stay down for a while so I can then get through some of this. Okay, but we have resolved some of the puzzles. Like, we know there's the other disc over there. We've killed a lot of the enemies. We'll take that repair patch. We have some rifle ammo. Patient key. Oh, yeah, we can use that one. We're going to make our way forward. It'd be nice. Let's save first. But yeah, don't put enemies right on the other side of a door. Like, just if the developer ever sees this, don't put enemies on the other side of a door that you're going to aggro just by entering the room. Like, what's wrong with you? Don't do that shit. No one likes that. So don't do that. If you are going to do something with that, make it so that there's a grace period where the enemies just won't attack you and you don't take contact damage on them for a certain period of time. And make that period of time slightly longer than, you know, at least reasonably longer than the amount of time it takes for you to then turn around and open a door. If the player can literally just open a door and then immediately spin around and leave when there are enemies there, which for some reason the game doesn't seem to be able to do, then it wouldn't be a problem. But, like, quite literally, as we have seen, that doesn't really work. And so what ends up happening with the player is they just feel like it's bullshit, and then they don't want to do it anymore. And you don't want the player to feel that way. It's the backyard. It's the alley that leads up, yes. It's the bottom layer. Let's see, where did we come in? I think we were looking... Oh, wait, there's one over there. This room, magnify box. That's probably it right there. That's the top layer, so we need to come back this way. We need to go back to the save room and then head over that way. Hopefully these enemies stay down. They probably won't. And if you guys are wondering, the flesh never overtakes something that has not been done. So, nice. What's this? Oh, nice. I dreamt I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover in the red deserts of Cadiz. When a storm consumed us, the sand grinding us down until nothing remained. 13th night. I was at work on the mines of Leng, when I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh, my flesh joining with the flesh of many others, until only my bones remained. My mind joined the collective of flesh, which persists beyond death. 16th night. As a storm raged in the sky, fell from a ruined skyscraper on Veneta. They never reached the ocean below. It kept falling. Suddenly, lightning struck the building, and I woke up. 18th night. I was floating in the sunless sea below the ice of rot front, when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me, and the moon's dark core. 19th night. I saw a burning eye in the sky above the clouds in Bullion. I was walking through the floating imperial palace, when the gaze of the sun-like iris burned my body to ashes. Alright. Probably gives us a puzzle telling us what to do and where. That's right, there's the other, diskettes that are around now. There won't be the meat grinder. I think it's the cooler, so it's this top level. It's where that diskette is somewhere. I think it's over here. Might be the dentist room. Alright. No worries there. What do we have? Shotgun. Better than nothing. Yeah, there we go. Those enemies are all down. So that's fantastic. Got the repair patches. No! Grab the. Are you serious? Is that not an item? Maybe there was an item there and I just picked it up already. Lock is defective. Okay. Well, luckily we have those repair patches. We have the red disc. We have that for the rifle. No space for thermites, and then pareidolia. Alright then. We're slightly better. We have the red disc that lets us solve a puzzle. But the red disc is primarily what we came here for. So, let's go. So after we do this one, that should let us triangulate this thing, and I'm pretty sure that will let us open that box. Okay, let's do it. Good old floppy drives. Oh, nice. Okay. Gabriel Ong. Gabriel Ong. PKZ is something. I'm guessing that's date of birth. No, that's not. It's something. World of birth, Rotfront, Construction world, construction worker. She's in Rot C, chronic asthma, osteoporosis, severe hearing loss, cochlear implant requested. Let's download all of this. Roswitha. Oh, that's Calibre. Calibre. Roswitha Fong. She's in Rot Front. She's from Veneta. And the date of birth is in Rot Front time. Yeah. Homeworld is Rot Fronts. She's a replica technician. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Multiple sclerosis. Oh, she has MS. Oh, she's fucked. You don't want MS. MS is really, really bad. Insomnia. Patients forgetful about her medication. MS, it attacks the nerves, and it makes it so that your body can't send signals to move muscles. It's sort of like Parkinson's, but I think instead of it being a disease of the mind, a disease of the central nervous system, it is a disease of the peripheral nervous system. I could be wrong. It could be a disease of the spine that basically people with MS, they start losing the ability to move their legs and their arms. And usually it starts near the legs. And they just start becoming weaker and weaker and weaker. They can delay how long it will take for MS to basically kill them. But, yeah, they really need to do everything they can to remain as strong as possible for as long as possible, because it's coming, and today there is no cure for it. By this time, these guys are still using, just basic equipment and fairly basic computers and floppy drives and stuff. So they aren't going to have the technology that's needed to make this happen, to take care of MS. But then again, it's a totalitarian regime, right? They don't care about you. You have MS? This regime's just like, screw you, go and die. A replica starts having problems, no problem. Decommission them. It's a marvel of science. Anyway. Ultrad Gao. Rot Fronts, factory worker. Irritated bronchial asthma. Okay, so it's in the bronchioles, in the lungs. Doctors know did not react well to antibiotic. Yeah. The factory worker. What that probably means is he's had so much soot and just junk in the air get into his lungs that it's kind of coated the bronchioles, and it's also potentially filled some of the alveoli. The alveoli are these little sacs at the end of your bronchioles, and basically it's an extremely thin membrane that your blood vessels actually, I think they like wrap around them or like weave around them. And so this is where oxygen, well, this is where carbon dioxide leaves the blood cell and oxygen enters the blood cell. So carbonic acid leaves the blood, and whatever oxygen is called, I forget, oxygen acid, is actually, I think the oxygen is just added, is just grabbed by the, I think it comes in as some sort of acid, but then it's absorbed by the hemoglobin in the red blood cell that retains it and is able to hand it off to other cells as needed. Anyway, if you ever heard of black lung, that's probably what this guy has. Erica Ita. Date of birth, Rock Runs. World, Veneta. I remember somebody saying that Veneta is supposed to be Earth, by the way. So Veneta, Rotfront, University student. She's still, you know, cool picture of her. So she's, I guess she's not supposed to be technically dead when all this information was taken. Sector C, history, sprained ankle, grade 1. It's not too bad. Doctor's note, very active in sporting activities. That's good. Isolde Ito. She looks very familiar. Born in Veneta. Homeworld is Rotfront. Oh, yeah, that's the school student. It's the girl that's been with us the entire time. Yeah. Shop assistant, Sector C, minor fracture, left shin, double fracture, right arm, major laceration, forehead. Doctor's notes, regularly treated for small lesions, very prone to accidents. I bet very prone to accidents. I bet. Like, we have already seen, like, you don't get a major laceration from, a little accident. You don't get, like, a double fracture in your right arm from an accident. So by the way, to double fracture your right arm, so your bones are really, really good at force going through them. So what you would really need to do for that to happen is put pressure like right here. This is the most likely place for you to start getting fractures. You can get them everywhere else, but they're usually happen in the middle. Because your bones are really good at taking force this way. They're not really good at taking force this way. And they're especially not good when there's something here acting as a fulcrum and making this a pressure point, and then something pushing down that way. So that's, if you've ever seen something where like someone has grabbed someone else's arm like this and they tap out, or if it's an experienced person, they know what's just about to happen. If they don't get out of that, they'll either tap out or they'll start, trying to get their arm into a position where it's more of like the joint is being held onto, or they'll start trying to negotiate. Because otherwise this is going to go crunch and the bone's going to come straight out and it's not going to be pretty. It's really going to suck. So yeah, this girl has probably had the hell beaten out of her pretty regularly by bullies. Okay. Ulrike. Oh. She's a mechanic. Irritative bronchial asthma. This is pretty common here, I'm guessing. Doctor's notes. Removed. Yeah, this place is polluted to all hell, and, like, this is probably what eventually kills people. Saskia. Alright, sounds good. Bronchial infection. Yeah. That's probably the infection that's killing everyone, too. So it might be the same, might be similar, might be different. Rebecca Leong. I'm not sure if she looks like any of the replicas. Rebecca Leong. Vanetta Rotfront, she's a biologist. Sinus infection, and she's on antibiotics. Okay, she could be depressed. She could have a history of all kinds of things. And we use antidepressants for a whole lot of disorders. It's not just depression. We use them for everything, almost. Nikolai. Hey, it's Adler. Nikolai Nguyen. No, he's a writer. Well, that does explain why he looks so, like, sad. Being a writer, as someone who has written books, is one of those things where, like, everyone wants it to be this amazing thing, and if you're part of, like, the top 1%, it is amazing. But for the sweeping majority of people, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, no. Something like 50% of authors don't make any money on their stuff. And I think it was 30% of authors, or maybe 20% of authors make any money that could actually pay bills. And then you have like the top 5% of authors who live comfortably on writing, and then you have like the top 0.1% of authors, like Stephen King or that one transphobic lady who wrote Harry Potter, or any number of, or any of them that are extremely well known. Like Rothfuss, I think, does. The guy who wrote Way of Kings, Brandon Sanderson, that, like, those people, they're the top, and they're like in that 0.1% that actually make a decent amount and make a good amount of money doing it. So, I mean, to put that in perspective, Harry Potter lady, she owns mansions. Okay, multiple mansions, or at least she did. I don't know if she does anymore. All right, so this poor guy. Thoracic back pain. I think that's middle back? Claims to be unable to take part in communal morning exercises. Yeah, because he stays up all night writing. That's usually when the juices are going. Ariane Young. Young. Okay, she's from Lang. Radio officer. Rotsi. Insomnia, bruising, premature achromatresia. I believe that is whiting of the hair. So she might have like Lou Gehrig's disease. I think that's what it is. And that does that. Ye Siegfried. Alright. Siegfried's a German name. She's a cleaner. Irritative bronchial asthma, contact dermatitis. Dermatitis is pretty common, also known as eczema to an extent. Repeated contact of chemical irritants during work. Yeah. Okay, so one of these was the daughters. Okay, so they have the same PKZ ending. 500524. 560524. 560524. We already downloaded it, so 560524. Alright, let's go take care of that. $560524. Excellent.